When people hear flat earther, they usually imagine one very specific type of person. But flat earthers aren't all the same. Some are grifters, some are religious, some are deeply suspicious of authority, some are just very confused and had TikTok Wi-Fi. Let's explore this. Hello there, welcome to Star Stuff, where I like to make sense of things. So today we're not just debunking claims, we're looking at the different types of flat earthers, why they exist, and why understanding them actually matters. Because if you don't understand why someone believes something, you'll never convince them otherwise. Okay, let's start with the most visible type, the grifters. These are flat earthers with monetized YouTube channels, paid memberships, conferences, merch, donation links, and somehow always a new experiment coming soon. They don't make money because the earth is flat. They make money because arguing about it never ends. Notice how the proof is always around the corner. If tomorrow the earth magically turned out to be flat, a lot of these people would be out of a job by Friday. This group isn't driven by evidence. They're driven by engagement. Outrage pays. Confusion pays. Certainty pays. I think some notable examples would be Mark Sargent.
No civilian will ever be able to see the curvature of the earth.
So is he lying?
No, I'm not saying that you're lying. I'm saying that you wanted to see the curvature.
I've got footage here that's direct from the space station, and that's live pictures from the space station now.
Right.
That's all alive.
Again, started from the American military. Yes, absolutely. I'm saying it's worse than that.
So what is that then? What am I looking at if I'm not looking at live pictures?
You're looking at CGI.
Dave Weiss.
1927, Universal Pictures came out with the spinning globe as their logo, and no one had been to space to see what the Earth was until 1972 when the first photo was taken, and it happens to match perfectly.
Fittest flat earther, and Eric Dubay. Next are the religious literalists. Next are the religious literalists. Say that 5 times fast. This one needs nuance. These flat earthers believe the earth is flat because of a literal interpretation of the Bible. They point to verses of the firmament and the 4 corners of the earth and the earth being immovable. But this does not represent most Christians. Many religious people accept modern astronomy just fine. This belief comes from treating poetic texts as technical science manuals. The Bible also says the mustard seed is the smallest seed. Botany has some notes on orchid seeds, specifically. For this group, the argument isn't really about NASA, although they like bringing up evil NASA. It's about theology. You can't physics someone out of a belief they arrived at through faith. Some notable religious flat earthers would be the TikToker flat earther.
Being a Christian that believes that we live on a spinning ball that's flying through space is a faith problem. Of course, this is my opinion. No, I will not be arguing in the comments. I've done plenty of videos showing the Bible verses that prove it. There are over 200 Bible verses that support that the earth is flat.
Dean Odell.
Let me just say this at the outset here about the so-called final experiment and them allegedly seeing the sun move in a circle around them in Antarctica. Let me just go and tell you right now. You don't think Satan could pull that off?
And Flatloid. Now we hit the group where flat earth usually isn't the beginning, it's the end. The conspiracy first thinkers. These are the people who already distrust governments, institutions, corporations. Flat earth becomes the ultimate conspiracy, because if they lied about this, then they lied about everything. Flat earth isn't the conspiracy, it's the conclusion. This belief gives people something powerful, the feeling that they've woken up. And once your identity is built around being awake, changing your mind feels like falling asleep again. I think a notable flat earther with this is CC. Now we get to the fourth type, the genuinely confused. This one matters the most. Some flat earthers aren't grifters or religious extremists or deep conspiracy thinkers. They're just confused. They saw a convincing video, they don't know enough physics to spot the trick, and the comment section told them they were special for questioning things. This is where mockery does the most damage, because when you laugh at someone who is genuinely confused, you don't bring them back. You push them deeper. These aren't stupid people. They're people who haven't been shown how the illusion works yet. I feel like these flat earthers are the ones that message me with tons of questions, either in the comment section or privately. Then we have the contrarians. These are people who don't always care that flat earth is true. They care that it's unpopular. They like being the one brave enough to say what no one else will. Flat earth becomes less of a belief and more of a personality trait. You could show them the earth from space in real time and they'd say, yeah, but still, though. I think this one could be a few people. You can tell me in the comments who you think is a contrarian flat earther. Oh my goodness. The unshakably confident commenter. Now, we need to talk about a very specific type. The flat earther who appears in your comments with absolute, unshakable confidence. You know who you are. Hello there. Thank you for your engagement. No sources, no evidence, just vibes. They've watched half a YouTube video at 1.5 times speed, and now they're here to inform astrophysics. They'll say things like, do your research. You've been lied to. I used to think like you until I woke up. And they'll say it with the confidence of someone who believes disagreement automatically means ignorance. What's interesting is that this confidence doesn't come from understanding. It comes from identity. When someone ties their self-worth to being the one who knows the truth, admitting uncertainty feels like losing status. Confidence feels like knowledge when you don't know what you don't know. That's why they'll argue harder, not better. Correcting them publicly isn't about learning. It's about protecting the image they've built for themselves. And again, this doesn't make them evil or stupid. It makes them humans. Just very loud humans with Wi-Fi. And finally, a group that doesn't get talked about enough, the burned by authority crowd. Some people reject science because authorities failed them before. Medical systems, governments, institutions. So science just feels like another voice that says, trust us. Flat Earth becomes a rejection of authority, not a belief about geography. You don't fix that with facts alone. Tell me who you think those are in the comments as well. Here's the thing. If we treat all flat earthers like the same person, we fail at communication. You don't argue with grifters. You don't physics religious belief. You don't mock confusion. If we actually want people to come back to reality, we need to understand what pulled them away first. And sometimes the most powerful debunking tool isn't a formula. It's empathy. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to Star Stuff, and let me know in the comments of other types of flat earthers you've come across in the wild. Cool beans.